It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast. You know, on Saturdays, we play fun music and we feature great information at 993thevine.com with me, Big Rick Stewart, and music from my time at Live 105 and at KFOG. We also mix in some stories that I find kind of interesting, whether it's local music or food or tech or just kind of some cool things I think you ought to know about. It's always lots of fun. Fun music and great information happens every Saturday at 993thevine.com. And the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast features great information like this. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, fun music and great information here on the Vine. Turkeys and Thanksgiving. All right, we're just going to talk a little bit about cooking turkeys. The most simple way to ever cook a turkey in your entire life. Just cook a frozen turkey. What? Did you just almost drive off the road, lift your jaw up off the floor? You can do this. And not only is it safe, the food doesn't stay in that, unsafe zone of cooking and thawing and all that stuff. Williams-Sonoma has done it, and I've done it, and so has the website The Kitchen. I'm sure you've seen their website, KITCHN, thekitchen.com. All right, so what do Williams-Sonoma, The Kitchen, and me, Big Rick Stewart, what do we know about this? All you gotta do is take a frozen turkey, rock solid frozen turkey, and just put it in the oven. It takes about 50% longer to cook. Now, after about an hour or so, you reach in, if it has that plastic bag and inside you, whatever's in that bag, I'm not really sure what's in that bag. You take it out and then you're done, because you don't stuff it or anything, so you gotta have hot air go through it. Like I said, it takes about 50% longer to cook, but that's all. It comes out moist. It's delicious. Maybe a few hours in, you can baste it a little bit or put some seasoning under the skin. You do whatever you want, but you cannot do this in a deep fryer. That would be a really bad idea because, it could explode. Seriously. Don't stuff the turkey. Don't forget to remove the little bag full of whatever's in the little bag. And if there's any other little things, then get rid of those too. And make sure to check the temperatures. And check Williams-Sonoma. Just search frozen turkey at Williams-Sonoma. I've done this like 5 times. And I know you think I'm kidding, but a 14-pound frozen turkey takes about 5.5, maybe 6 hours to cook. All right? You got this? Give it a try. And don't tell anybody till after they eat it and they go, wow, this is delicious. And make sure to have lots of gravy. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. All right, Thanksgiving's coming up and the holidays and more. What better time than the holidays to offer up some potato chips? But wait a second. Just go buy a bag of potato chips, open them up, and put them in a bowl. There's nothing wrong with that, but you can make it a lot better. TheDailyMeal.com says, listen, you can do lots of things. You can add some favorite cheeses, some seasonings, and warm it up in the oven. Give it this unique snack that nobody's had before. Where'd you get these potato chips, man? Well, it's kind of a long story. I was listening to Big Rick on the Vine, and anyway. So they recommend trying out some maybe Parmesan, some garlic, like garlic powder kind of thing, and some basil on some tomato flavored chips. Give you kind of that pizza thing going on. How about some blue cheese, rosemary, and black pepper? Sounds like a good combination. You can try melting cheese on chips, but if you do anything like that, you got to get those big, thick, super crunchy potato chips, not those little thin, delicate ones, because face it, they just won't hold up to that. How about, all kinds of grated cheese and spices? You give it a try before the holidays and you decide to do this, experiment. Maybe a little spicy cheese mix and more. You can do all this, pop it into a 425 degree oven for about 5 minutes. That's all you need. Make sure you don't burn the potato chips and you'll be good to go. How about this? You can even dunk your chips, they say, in ice cream, or drizzle your potato chips with chocolate syrup to make chocolate chips. I don't know about that. Maybe try that. Oh, you can add it to macaroni and cheese and more. All right, get creative with potato chips. That's the bottom line. Treat your guests to something different and unique. Let me know how it works out. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Always fun music and great information. Hey, you want to try out this artificial intelligence stuff, this AI? The really cool thing is you can do this for free online with photos. And then if you're really into it, you just go like crazy, and that's all up to you. But I'll get you started on this because it's actually kind of fun to play around with. And maybe come up with some really cool creative things. Free AI photo editing tools. And this is found at the website Make Use Of, which actually has all kinds of really cool stuff. Okay, first up on this list is Canva. You might have heard of Canva. It's a popular tool for graphic designers, something like legit. But it's also an excellent choice if you just want some free AI online photo editing. You can auto-enhance your photos without paying for the premium version. So, even if they bug you, don't do that. You can also access the Magic Edit tool with a free account. That means you can describe what you want the app to change and select how much of the image you want to change with the brush. And there's just like endless creative possibilities for this, especially around the holiday times, right? Like, add a puppy dog. I don't know, maybe, add a kitty cat. I don't want to play favorites here. All right, so Canva's one. Pixlr, Pixlr, because a lot of these are spelled weird, right? It's also a free-to-use photo editing tool. It offers all the basic features you'd expect from a high-end photo editor. And check this out. You can do background removal. So if there's a bunch of power line poles or something in the background, you can say make this a beautiful sunset in Hawaii, or something like that. They'll have palm trees and sunset. Totally change the background of your photos. It's pretty cool. You can add filters, effects, animations, and more. So check out Pixlr, Pixlr, and also AutoEnhance.ai that provides sky replacement, perspective correction, and more. Even Google Photos now has lots of cool stuff. All right, so the articles that Make Use Of, go make use of it and have some fun. Thanks for listening to the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, fun music and great information. All right, if you've got a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money, laying around, dedicated to that dream car, I think I got one for you. This might be it. I mean, it's a really cool car, and it's currently owned, but it won't be for very much longer, by a Bay Area Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. Sammy Hagar is going to auction off a one-of-one 2015 Ferrari LaFerrari. Wow. Now, they didn't make hardly any of these cars. Sammy Hagar got one of just 499 units originally produced. This one is special ordered. Custom this, custom that, how Sammy Hagar likes to do things, right? Sammy Hagar's LaFerrari features a cream exterior. It's very different. Never seen anything like it. You think the red rocker would be red, but everybody has red Ferrari. So this is different. And the color matches the color of a 1960s Ferrari that Sammy Hagar saw pictured on the wall at the Maranello factory in Italy during his visit in 2014. He said, I want that color on my LaFerrari. What is a LaFerrari? Well, it has a really cool 6.3-liter V12 plus an electric motor together for the hybrid part. Together, almost 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. Top speed, 217 miles an hour, and Sammy Hagar's vehicle has about 1,100 miles on it. I'm sure they were all pretty fun, and maybe some of them were over 200 miles an hour. It's all going up for auction at the Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale auction in January. All those numbers are impressive. The most impressive number is it's probably going to sell for well over $4 million. The very few that are ever for sale, that's about what they go for. Sammy Hagar's LaFerrari up for grabs. I think you should get it and then take me for a ride. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, fun music and great information. Hey, are you interested in that Tesla Cybertruck? They're starting to roll out. I think they've had a few of them on the road. It's kind of like testing them out. I've seen some on social media. They look straight up out of a video game. I mean, come on, straight up. But I mean, they're kind of cool and they have some good tech specs and more. But listen, if you think you're going to get this new Cybertruck that you've been waiting for a long time, and then you're going to flip it and sell it and make a whole bunch of money, you better think again, because Tesla says, no, you cannot do that. They have updated their Tesla motor vehicle purchase agreement for Cybertrucks. And with all these Cybertrucks, well, at least some of them, hitting the road by the end of this year, you better look out on this one because they're looking out for you. Just recently, last month, the Peterson Automotive Museum, they had an auction for an early Cybertruck VIN number. They got $400,000 for it. Well, Tesla says they're going to stop anyone from reselling a Cybertruck in the first year. And if that happens, if they find out, they're going to fine you up to $50,000 or more, and they may not sell you any future vehicles. So they don't want people buying and selling these Cybertrucks. The clause was added to Tesla's motor vehicle purchase agreement recently, and you can read that on their website under the No Resellers section. So see about this. Anyway, keep it, drive it around a little bit, see, maybe you'll be loving on it. And then like in a year, all right, go ahead and sell it. It's not unique to cars. Some car manufacturers do this. Ferrari has done this in the past and more. So just be careful. And I can't wait to see the first one in person because I haven't seen one yet, the Tesla Cybertruck. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me, Big Rick Stewart. It is straight out of a video game. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack, fun music and great information here in the Vine. All right, man, I don't want to get into this like New Year's resolution thing too early yet, but exercise is always a good thing. If you start now, before Thanksgiving, you'll have kind of a head start on this whole thing. You might already be exercising and all that's good. Now, you've probably heard me say this before. I'm a big fan of just walking. Just walking is a great exercise. And you get a certain number of steps in, and that's all good. Now, Good Morning America, by way of bestlifeonline.com, reports on a couple of alternatives to just going for a walk and maybe cutting the time that you have down significantly. They say climbing 5 flights of stairs per day, that's about 50 steps, lowered the risk of a cardiovascular disease by 20%. You don't have to do it all at once. You can just do it in segments, and it kind of makes for a healthier day, little bit by bit, and it all adds up and it all counts. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends adults get 150 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity per week. Did you think I was going to say per day? About 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's not too bad, right? Along with 2 sessions of muscle strengthening activity weekly. So there's a good little workout plan. Now they say also you can spread your activity out during the week and break it up into smaller chunks of time. Any amount of exercise is better than none. This all actually works out really well. So you can go for a nice long walk and you can pick up the pace. You can go for a casual walk, or you can just go up and down stairs. One thing I know in Napa Valley is there's not a lot of buildings with 10 stories of stairs to go climb. So maybe, 1 or 2 stories at a time, or I don't know, you can figure this out, right? Just get out and do a little walking. Stairs, maybe if you can, and if you can't, that's fine too. Just get little bits in every day and it'll all add up. I'm Big Rick Stewart. Here's to a healthy finish to 23 and a happy and healthy 2024. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack at 99.3 The Vine. Well, those are some stories that I have featured on the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Tune in at 8 a.m. every Saturday at 993thevine.com. I'm Big Rick Stewart here. Music from my days at Live 105 and K-Fog, some current songs, lots of surprises and more. It's always lots of fun. We have a 10 at 10, a Beatles brunch at noon. It happens all day. The Wine Country Saturday soundtrack and the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack podcast. Tell your friends, and thanks for listening to this podcast, and thanks for checking out 993thevine.com.